Hey guys, welcome back. I'm pretty excited because I am going to be making a new build, well, rather part of a new build. So I'm waiting around for the Threadripper and i9 stuff to play out and see what I want to build for my next computer. But during the meantime, I am taking my existing computer, putting it in this new case here, and I'm also going to water cool it. So this is part one of many of unboxing a lot of stuff. So this is my new case. It is the Fractal Design C. And yep, just got this in the door like less than 2 hours ago. And yeah, let's get to it. Okay. And so part of the reason I picked this case over other cases is that it's really small for a full ATX. That, and I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about Fractal Design's minimalistic style. I don't want an RBG everything. I don't want a window. I just want something that's quiet, something that's functional, and that's why I picked this guy. It is not cooperating with me. Okay, it's out of its case. Get rid of this foam here. And that's a nice looking case. It's made out of solid steel. It is 23 pounds according to the package. First we have the front side here. It's just a solid, there are no bays. I love it because CD-ROMs have gone out of style, and I haven't had one for, I can't remember the last time I had one. Maybe 3 to 5 years ago was the last time I had a actual, CD-ROM, DVD-ROM, Blu-ray drive. So, like I said, I just got the standard version with no window, and hopefully that helps reduce noise. We have the back panel here, and the other side, which looks just like the other side. There is a top here, but that comes off somehow. I'm not going to try to break it. I'll take a look at the guide before I try that. But it's actually quite a bit smaller than my current case. Right now I have a Corsair 400Q, which was a pain in the butt to work in. It's just the back part, just the cables would not be happy with me. Oh, captive screws on the back, so you're not losing your screws here. And it has some soundproofing on the inside. It's probably like 1/8 of an inch thick, but that's a really solid, heavy panel. So I would hope that it'd block some noise. And so inside here, we have a pretty bland looking case. Came with one fan in the front, one fan in the back. We have a shroud for the power supply here. And looks like we have a little place that can open up here as well. Not going to do that yet. We have places for all your wires to go through here and up here. We have a big open area right here. And I got a 360 millimeter rad, so radiator. And that's going to go all along the front. And let's take off the back panel here. Okay, so just like the other one, soundproofing on this side as well. So it looks like on the back here we had a filter for dust, and I believe this one fits right in the top here. At least it fits. So if the shoe fits, and then underneath here, let's see, can I? Okay. So I know I'm not going to be able to get this on film because this black will not film very well, but there are little tabs underneath which you press up, which release the top. So that's really easy to take out, and this is foam padded as well, or sound dampening material of some sort. There are some lettering here. It says Fractal Design, then it says Mod U Vent. So modular vent makes sense. Okay, let's turn on the back again. And so under here we came with all of our accessories. Define C and Define C, Mini C accessories. And on the back, it has a nice little list of the different types of bolts that we have, the standoffs, and some cable ties. Pretty standard stuff. There's a standoff tool. Interesting. So back here we have a place with Velcro straps just for all your cables. So you have your cable lanes that go down here so you can hide it from the rest of your system. That's pretty awesome. And that looks like a lot more room than in the Corsair 400Q or 400C, depending if you get the window or the quiet version. And so, yeah, I am very happy with that cable management. We'll see how happy I am when I'm actually doing stuff in here, because my mind might change. But so far, so good. Down at the bottom here, we have some drive bays. These are just standard 2.5 or 3.5, 3.5 hard drives. I don't have any 2.5 hard drives in my desktop system because I have a free NAS that houses all of my terabytes of crap video, my throwaways, and music, all that jazz. So, yep, there are places for that. How do I take off this front panel? To take off this front panel, we have these little knobs here, and you just push them together and pull out. And there are about 4 of them. And there are 4 of them on the back as well. And see, oh, you have to, okay. Got a little stuck because there is a fan filter or dust filter for the bottom of the case that got stuck on the very bottom. But you can tell here's the front panel, and on the inside we have even more sound dampening material. So I'm really happy with all the sound dampening material that this case has. There is none on the back, but I don't know where you put it. And then there is this mesh here, which just have 2 little guys there, pops right off, and we have another dust filter. So pretty much everything except for this back part of the case has a fan filter in it. So if you can see here, we can take off this part, this shroud if we wanted to, and I think I'm going to have to in order to fit my radiator that goes along the whole front side of this case. And lastly, I think the only last thing I have off is this little guy down here. Oh, that's what's these screws are holding that on. I need to get a screwdriver. Okay, so I'm back and I got my handy dandy screwdriver. And there are 2 screws right here. And 2. And then this piece here comes out, and underneath of it is the drive cage. So it looks like on the bottom here we can take out the drive cage, and I'm just going to go ahead and do that because I know I'm not going to be needing it. And this is kind of a pain to take out because I have to, in order for me to take this out, I actually have to remove these trays here. And then, hopefully this will lift up. Nope, I have to remove this fan, or at least slide it up. I'm going to have to remove it anyways in the future, but for now I don't want to do all that work. So I'm going to loosen it up because there's some rails that can just move on here. So you can slide a little bit, and I think that'll be enough. That there goes the hard drive tray. That's basically it for this case. I mean, I don't have much else to say. It does look like there is a removable power supply bracket here, so you can take that off, and these are captive screws as well. So you can screw your power supply into this, and then you just push it in. And I bet you that's going to help out a bit when I'm doing cabling. So I can have the power supply outside the case, and when I'm done, I just shove it in there, and then you have all your cables down in here, all covered up, and because of the power shroud. But I'm not too worried about making it nice, and I don't really care too much about airflow because I'm going to be doing water cooling. But it's always, take pride in what you do, make it as nice as possible. So I'm going to try at least a little bit. Oh, the other thing that I haven't talked about yet is the top I/O. So all the I/O is on the top for the front panel instead of on the very front. You have this button here for the power. You have a reset button, which is a little bit harder to press. And then you got your standard headphones, microphone, and you got your USB. So you also have this little mounting bracket right here, which you can take off and through some thumb screws. And there's mounting holes here, so it looks like you can put on 3 2.5 or SSD drives on there. So that's a nice little handy bracket for mounting. So we have some holes near the top here so we can route some more power cables for, I'm guessing, the 4-pin for the CPU or whatever you have, some fan headers. You got plenty of room for that. The motherboard tray is not removable. And actually, when you take off all the sides, the front, the back plate for the drive mounting and everything, this is actually a really light case. This is probably I want to say 7 pounds at this point. Yep, I have a mess in front of me. I'm going to have to put this back together, at least partially. And I'm going to wait for the rest of my parts and look forward to seeing more unboxing of my parts and putting together my water cooling system. It will be the first time that I've ever done water cooling, and I'm really excited for it. So that's it for this unboxing and the quick look at the Fractal Define C. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys later.